Hey there Predator fans, this is Wesatron. Today we're going to be taking a look at NECA's new Series 9 Water Emergence Predator. These just started hitting toy shelves and should cost you somewhere between $15 to $20. Probably more in the 16 to 18 range, but just to cover all our bases, we'll say that. Now essentially, at its core, this figure is basically just a repaint of the V2 Jungle Hunter that we just looked at not long ago. I'll put the review link in here so you can get a look at it. So most of the things are the same, but what's really unique to this set is the paint scheme, which is really, really cool. Now, there is a point in the movie in which the Predator's cloaking device fails him. Spoilers if you haven't seen the movie. And he emerges from the water, hence the title Water Emergence Predator. And when he does so, the unit is sort of failing all over his body, and it causes this electricity to run over the contours of his body, which is really cool. And NECA has sought to try and replicate that here, and with pretty cool results, I gotta say. So before we start, we'll show he does come with a human skull. Again, get that to focus a little bit. You see it's got a ton of great detail, excellent paintwork on it. Little hole down there in the bottom, which I guess your spinal column would attach to, but I'm wondering if that's also how you hook it to the trophy wall. I've got mine in my pile of loot, so I haven't seen yet, but lots of cool detail here, and just so we can check, let's see. Pretty close in scale, I'd say. Yeah, not too bad in terms of a scale to an actual human in 7-inch. Pretty good. Nice work. So yeah, really cool accessory. I'm glad they threw this in because otherwise he's pretty light. The only other thing he's got is his backpack unit that's got the hairdryer gun or plasma caster, I think is what some people call it, which can be detached from the body and just kind of hooks and then locks up here on the shoulder. So overall, like I said, exact same sculpt as we've seen before, but it's got this really, really nice clear plastic, and it's not just clear, it's like clear but with some smoke to it. So it's not just another, clear Predator to add to your other clear Predators. They actually, thought this figure through. You can see like parts of him are still painted, and there's parts like this where you can see that they've sort of airbrushed on the silver of the armor, but then left the clear plastic shining. So like, if you were to put this up to a light, you can see how that goes through just like that. Very cool. This figure looks really, really good with some solid illumination. If you can get some light behind him, it looks really, really cool. So he's got the clear plastic claws, clear plastic on the skulls here, and most of it is the clear plastic, but like I said, they've got this nice airbrushing through here. And then the really unique thing is they used metallic shades of blue to create the lightning effect. Which hopefully, yeah, you can see it there. Very, very cool. And it's like, it's really pronounced when you see him up close. But like if you do have a lot of light on him, it kind of downplays a little bit, and sort of almost the reflectiveness of it kind of makes it shimmer on its own, which is really, really neat. You can see as I turn the body here, you can see how different the markings look, which is really, really cool. I think they did a great job with that. Outstanding looking figure. Like I said, this is the V2 body, so he's got the ball jointed hips and everything. So this is all like a free floating flap here, and on the back that's free floating there. So yeah, really, really cool. I still love the way they did the dreadlocks in these like big sections, so that you can pull them off, or so that they can like move freely. I really dig that. The only thing that they did that was a little different was they used the black nylon cord like they normally do on the skulls here. And I think they could have gone with white, but it might have gotten lost in the sculpt, I don't know. Yeah, they do use, NECA's very smart about how they use clear plastics in that they still use white joints. You can see the white joint of the elbow. the white joint here in the wrist. You can see the white pins down here. And the reason they do that is because clear plastic tends to be very brittle, which means it'll break easily. So they very smartly cast these parts that are going to be moved a lot into a tougher white plastic, which is very cool. So we've looked a little bit at the sculpt and everything. You can't see a lot of the details because it is clear, at least on camera. Like when you're holding it in your hand, it's much easier to see, but they do have a lot of really, really good sculpted details that you'll be able to see close up better than you can probably see here. You can see some of them. The good thing is that this doesn't have a ton of paint on it, so you can kind of see those natural raw sculpt lines that they've done on this figure. And you don't have to worry about the netting matching up, which is very cool too. But yeah, very, very cool figure. And the bottom of the feet do have peg holes, but are not detailed. So really cool. You can see I've got a little bit of a flop in the hips. I haven't had the best luck with the ball-jointed predators, the ball-jointed hip predators. They tend to be very loose on mine, so I don't know if that's just me because I haven't heard it being a common issue. But anyway, we've got the ball-jointed head. Great, great motion there. Of course, tilt left and right and everything. You can see swivel hinge shoulders. This, same as before, kind of gets in the way a little bit, but if you move it around, you can kind of work with it. Swivel hinge elbows. A little less than 90 degrees on this arm. This arm, it's far less because of the bulkier armor, but you do have rotation there as well. You have the ball-jointed wrists. We're still with the swivel midsection, swivel waist, so unfortunately no ball there yet. It would be really cool to get like a double ball predator in there, but I think that's what they're doing for their AVP series predators. The pictures early on, that's what it's looking like. So don't quote me, but that's what it looks like so far. I'm very excited about that. You'll be able to get them in some really great poses. We've got swivel hinge, swivel hips, so forward. Hindered by the skirt, you can see it's kind of pulling back there. But back has not a whole lot. Well, I say that, and then it's going to make me look like a fool. But really all you have back here is the butt flap to get in your way. So if the hips weren't so loose, you can see they're just kind of falling on their own. If they weren't so loose, it would hold very nicely. Out to the side, this flap up here is very soft, so it's not going to get in your way too much. And then we've got the swivels up here at the tops of the thighs, very nice movement there. Double hinge knees, get great range of motion. And then we've got the ball jointed ankles, which go in and out and up and down very nicely. Yeah, really, really solid action figure. This is pretty much it for this figure. I just wanted to give you guys a quick look at you know, the really unique nature of this figure. But before we go, I will let you see him with Muddy Dutch. So does Muddy Dutch sound like a sexual position or like a 70s band? It's like either one. I think it could go either way. But yeah, pretty awesome scale here and very, very cool. I mean, this is a great series to release these guys together because they sort of fit each other at this point in the movie, where he uses his skills to kind of make it harder for him to cloak. So very, very cool. I love that they included these guys together. Pretty awesome action figure. It's a very unique look for Predator. I've never seen them actually try to replicate that scene, so it's very neat to see it. I really, really dig it. Up close, the blue paint, you can see it does a really great wonders. I mean, I still love how the light catches it and does make it look like it's kind of moving over his body. Very cool. Loose hips are a drawback for me, but I understand that happens from time to time. I just have really bad luck with it, so I wonder if that's like a problem with the mold or something. But anyway, one accessory aside from the plasma caster, we've got the skull. For 15 to 20 bucks, still a great deal. You get a great articulated action figure, a couple of accessories, one that's very, very cool and will look great in any Dio, even if it's not Predator. You could use this with Terminator. You could use this with pretty much anything, honestly. It actually would be kind of neat with Tonto and Lone Ranger as well. It'd be kind of neat. But yeah, great action figure, great price. If you can find them for 15 to 20, I would say pick them up. If you're more into the 25 range, like at your LCS or online, probably you know, the regular one would be enough. This is, you know, really only kind of for the hardcore collectors or people who just really like that particular scene. So wouldn't go overboard spending or trying to track this guy down. But if you are into different paint jobs and variants and stuff, very, very cool figure. He's got this just amazing, amazing paint job. that sort of captures the clear parts of the figure, as well as like these, like I showed you before, the white and the darks, the like sort of airbrushed on there, just to give them kind of like a smoky allure to the plastics. Very, very cool. Dig this guy a lot. Hope you can pick them up. If not, you know, you're not going to miss out. Like I said, it's only really for this one scene, but it's a really cool scene. So that's it, guys. Thanks for tuning in. We've got some more reviews coming up with some SH Figure Arts and SIC. So stick around, and we'll get to those pretty soon. Thanks, guys. Talk to you later. Bye.